He's making history with each new find in Tom's world every time. Tom's on the hunt. Tom's on the prowl. With a can in hand and a curious plan. World secrets to be found in Tom's world now. Tom's World How.
That is a catchy tune, I gotta say. I like it. Not just because my name's in it. Anyway, welcome everybody to another live hangout. Kate, yo, what is up? So hopefully everybody had a good weekend. There was another video that came out this week, so and we'll wait for more people to get in. We'll talk about it a little bit. I had a couple facts wrong in the video. Pardon me while I fix my microphone here. Sorry about this. I was turning it the wrong way. I was trying to make it tighter, and something in my brain did the opposite of lefty loosey, righty tighty. And a couple other adjustments here. All right. See, my microphone was actually laying on the desk instead of like hovering above it like it should. So now it's going to be more right by my mouth. And I got to fix the sign. Look at that. Who made the sign crooked? Somebody comes in here every once in a while, and I never touch it except for when I straighten it out for this. And my webcam is always set at the same place. So somebody. That's good enough. Anyway, you usually don't see me do that because usually I do it beforehand, but everything was running last minute, so we we didn't have time for all that. Shot man. But yeah, it was an interesting adventure, to say the least, over at Tyler State Park. Hey, Chanel, what's going on? Yeah, Tyler State Park is immense compared to Neshaminy. I think Neshaminy is like, what, 300 some acres, and Tyler State Park is like 1,700 some, 1,711, something like that. Thank you, Kate. Thank you. See, it's weird. I'm trying to keep myself centered in the square video, but my microphone's way over here, so I don't know if you're hearing me okay. What's up, Jeep Girl? Welcome. And there's still more for me to see at Tyler State Park. And much like I mentioned towards the end of that video, the dam/waterfall thing that I showed a couple times. One video was just about that. The other video, it was like a secondary thing. The maintenance manager over at Tyler had let me know that there are talks, and it might already be planned for that dam to be demolished. It has something to do with the water flow, or the something to do with the fish. I'm not sure, but it's a shame that's going to come down because that thing has been there for quite a while. What's up? I don't think I have ever seen your name before. What is going on? Junior Sicklot. Sicklot? I don't know. Anyway, welcome. But definitely going to be going back to Tyler. I'm really only familiar normally outside of the Fisherman's Lot with like one particular part of Tyler State Park because we had to go over and work on a house at one point. Nothing major, just some drywall and stuff like that, and sheetrock, and nothing major, cleaning. Jeep Girl has not been to Tyler State Park in a long time. I'm sure it's very much the same as it always has been. Um, it's it's big. I know that. Like the Pennypack Falls that were taken down by Solly and Frankfurt. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I like waterfalls, but I mean, I guess I can understand if it's not like a, I don't know, if it's not like a rapid flow, why they might take it down, because it might be slowing down the current, and fish may not be able to get over it, or maybe it's for the spish. The spish, talking is hard sometimes. Um, maybe it's for the fish that swim upstream. Um, so I don't know, because I mean that would definitely be a dead stop for them. But there are falls all along the Chamonix, and I mean, and you saw the fall, the little tiny waterfall. Um, if you watch the whole video, that is right by the boathouse, and there were people standing on there fishing and stuff like that. I don't know that I'd be swimming in there if people are fishing. I mean, maybe if I'm far enough away, but a fishing line can go pretty far. All it takes is one little, you don't you don't want to do that. So I do plan on going back there at some point. And I mean, how cool is it that there were movies filmed there? One of which I mentioned, Signs, the M Night Shyamalan movie with Mel Gibson in it. The whole movie was good till the end, but it's cool that it was filmed there. Like all the crop circles and everything that they had, that was Tyler State Park. Um, and I know there was other movies filmed there. Let's see. Let me look that up. Uh, Movies filmed at Tyler State Park, PA. I had to put that in because there's a Tyler State Park in Texas, apparently. Let's see. IMDb. Can't see the screen with everybody commenting right now. Oh, IMDb is only giving one? No, that's not right. I know there's more than one. All right, now it's giving me one again, and there are two different ones. This one's called The Visitor. It's a short. Let's see. Looking. I found it before. Let's take out the word movies. And I know I'm going to get a bunch of YouTube videos. Keeps talking about Signs. I know there was a short list of movies, and there could be people saying right now different movies that were filmed there. I don't know. Here, let me go back and look at the comments here. Hey, Lori, what's going on? Um, Lori, the proud owner of the last shirt giveaway. So oh, Kate was just saying hi. I'm like, okay. Um, we will be doing another giveaway, and I will be promoting it a little bit more than I did the last time. It'll probably be more so next month, maybe in the first couple weeks of September. Maybe, I don't know, maybe third week or so, just so I can give myself time to advertise it and build up some hype so we get more people in here. Um, but definitely want to do a giveaway. Maybe we'll make it like anything on the merch shop. Um, can I do an overnight in the root cellar? I cannot, because state parks do have a closing time. And I would not be able to go there and film, because then there would be proof that I was there when I wasn't supposed to be there. Even though Tyler is a rare acceptance. Um, like, because there are residential houses on the park property that people live in, old houses that have been there a long time, and the families have been grandfathered in and stuff like that. I think they're allowed passage back and forth, but I don't think after sundown, that's when most state parks shut down for the day. Outside of the handful of state parks where you're allowed to camp there, which there aren't many from my understanding. I know Neshaminy is definitely not one, and Benjamin Rush State Park is definitely not one. But yeah, I don't think I'd be able to do that. It'd be cool. Maybe if somebody went there to go do like an investigation, and they didn't divulge the location and they didn't show the outside of it, maybe that could be done. But I wouldn't do that, because working for the state, I don't want to lose my job over a video. So, short answer is no. And I did happen to see the goings on in the chat for Fear fans there in regards to golf. Don't know what we're doing. We know it won't be with Nick. Yeah, get Nick on Ghostbusters. Yeah, well, if he came all the way here, he'd probably have to spend most of his time hanging with me. I'm just saying, you know, he could be a guest explorer on a video or two, which also brings up another topic. So next week, not this week, next week, I took off for the entire week, and the plan, hopefully, the plan will go through. The plan is that Stephanie and I are going to be going a little bit upstate to the Pocono area. Still waiting on getting an answer as to the vacancy or the possibility of using my sister's mountain house, because we wouldn't be able to afford a hotel for a few days. But if we can make that happen, I'm going to be making at least a couple videos while we're up there, because we want to go up there and just kind of go around and see some cool stuff. There's the jailhouse, the old jailhouse, where they held the prisoners in the whole Molly Maguire uh, incidents, or whatever you want to call it. Basically, Irish slaves and stuff, who escaped and who kind of strong armed their captors and stuff. Um, but I definitely would like to see that. Um, Outside of that, we haven't really discussed, and we probably could do that on our date night on Wednesday or Friday when she comes here. We can start looking up and writing down places to go. But I definitely want to see some cool stuff. There may also be a traveling video that comes out of it, like I've done before when I went up into the Pocono area. Um, I I intend on trying to get into Hickory Run State Park. I'm gonna do my research on Hickory Run, and I happen to know the guy who is the maintenance manager there. I think they have two maintenance managers, but I think he is definitely one of them. He used to be my maintenance manager at Neshaminy, so it'll be an excuse to see him again too. But I think there's some pretty cool looking stuff in there too. We probably will be going to Stroudsburg, as Stephanie does like to be there, and I think it's a very cool place. Stroll up and down the street, and I think that made it. Pretty sure that made it in one of the videos before, but that was more like December. Pickle Nick, what's up, man? Does this mean that you're going to be around later? Because, like, I don't know if you read in the Fear fans chat, but everybody's saying no, we can't have golf because Nick's not here or something like that. I don't know what's going on. We'll figure it out later. That's exactly what I just said. This right here. But But yeah, so that should be a really good time. I mean, I'm going to spend most of the time enjoying the things with Stephanie, but I will take the time to make some videos and stuff, and I'll bring my laptop up with me and my external hard drive so that I can save stuff, and then when I come home, I can edit them. You're leaving in an hour and a half. Okay. Well, an hour and a half from now would probably be about the time that we'd start that if we played golf. Well, if you're leaving in an hour and a half, for me, that would be 9 o'clock that you're leaving. And if you're going to see a movie, that's at least an hour and a half that you're gone, which would take us to 10:30 my time, or no, it would take like 9 o'clock when you'd be leaving, and then that would take us till 10:30 my time. That's not including travel time to get back, and I have to be up at 5:30 a.m. to go to work. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. Um, if we wind up playing and you just want to join in for like the last hole or two or whatever, then maybe we can do that. We'll see. We'll figure out. Maybe we may not even be playing golf. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, damn it, Davis. Um, look, you made me curse on my channel. Damn, it's not really a curse word anymore. I mean, if you could say it on ABC, NBC, CBS, and all that, then it's not really a curse word anymore. Um, so so yeah, the Poconos should definitely be a good time. I'm hoping we're able to make it. The only reason why I say I'm hoping we're able to make it is because we were planning on taking my car, and today I was not able to go see Tommy, which if you watch the video, at one point I said I took a rest and had to call Tommy because I had to make plans for today to hang out with him, which I did. But my car was acting a little funny earlier today. I went out, didn't go far, just went to go grab my dad some Dunkin' Donuts. And as I was going out, like I had my foot on the pedal, and my car just felt like I was going. I mean, maybe not that drastic, but I felt it. Uh, so I didn't want to drive all the way to Tommy because I mean it's not like a really really far drive, but I didn't want the car to break down and then have to get it towed on top of everything else. So I'm hoping that maybe tomorrow, while I'm at work, I can talk to my boss or my coworker and see if they can just take a quick look at it, and if it's still doing it tomorrow morning, and see if they can figure out what's wrong with it. And hopefully, it's just something like, oh, you just need to replace a spark plug, or you just, you need to put more oil in, or something. I don't know. I don't know cars. So Hickory Run has some amazing rock filled streams and some good fishing when in season. I did see that in Hickory Run they do have a rock field that looks very similar to ringing rocks. I don't know that they ring. I don't think people really generally do that, at least not what I saw online. But it looks a lot like ringing rock, which I did go to there and did a video there, and that was pretty fun. Except for the fact that Stephanie got a little hurt. She slipped and skinned her shin, and that's when she just said, "You go ahead onto the field. I'm going to sit here." So I did. I went out as far on the field as I felt safe to do, and then I walked back. But that was a fun experience too. But yeah, definitely want to go into Hickory Run. I know they have some pretty cool scenery there. I think they have at least, what is it, like 2 lakes in there. And Hickory Run is far bigger than Tyler State Park. Let's see, Hickory Run State Park. Yeah, 15,990 acres. That's just a bit more. And it would seem they do have some falls in there and stuff like that too. I see the pictures coming up as well, so that would be cool. Oh, you like the one with the rocks, did you? No, I didn't get to go. No, I didn't. But yeah, Ringing Rocks was fun. I had a good time. I think I still have the hammer in my car from when we went there. Um, Not sure, but you have Panera in Philadelphia. What's your go-to order? I have never been to Panera. Oddly enough, we do have them, but I've never been there. Um, Dinosaur Lake, yes, there are plans to go back to that, Nick. As a matter of fact, sometime in the fall, I'm going to be going back there. One, because the foliage is a lot less than. Also, the homeless people that are living there might have moved on somewhere else by then. But also, when I go there, I am supposed to be teaming up with a fellow YouTuber here in the Philadelphia area, the Philly Captain. Him and I have talked about that. Originally, when he and I were talking, he said, we should go in July. And I said, why would you go in July? It's hot. Everything's overgrown. It's nasty. It's better to go in the fall. And he said, you know what? You're right. He said, let's plan it for the fall. So, and what are you saying? What to? What? You're going to come to Philly first? Take me to my first propane factory. And then we're going to go to Panera. All right. Then after that, we can go get a cheesesteak because Kate wants to know what my view on Philly steak pizza. What's your view on Philly steak pizza? Philly steak pizza. Well, I mean, we do have pizzas that are like cheesesteak pizza where it has the cheesesteak on it and stuff like that. If that's what you mean. Unless you meant cheesesteaks in general, which are a sandwich. I mean, of course, I love cheesesteaks. What's up, Michael? Um, should team up with the captain for Burlington Island. That would be really cool because I'm pretty sure he's never been there either. Um, we would just have to get a way to get across there. Now, I did have a friend that had a couple kayaks, but he moved away. I forget. He's in another state somewhere. I forget where. Virginia or some, I don't know, somewhere like that. So he's out of the question for helping me get there. But what's up, Robert? Yeah, Philly cheesesteak pizza. Okay, well, there are different takes on the Philly cheesesteak pizza. So there's a place local here in the Ben Salem area, which is just outside of Philadelphia, called Apollo's. Now they make a pretty decent cheesesteak pizza, but they do it different. So I don't think they put any sauce on it. And instead of mozzarella cheese, it's American cheese, and then you get the steak on there, like the chopped steak, and then you get like onions and green peppers, or you could just get it with the steak and the cheese. It's actually pretty good. Even better the next day when you have it cold is not bad, but most pizza is that way. But there are other places where their cheesesteak pizza is just a regular pizza with the sauce and the mozzarella, and they put the chopped steak, and if you want onions, like fried onions, and you get mushrooms if you want. You get like peppers, like sweet peppers. You can get hot peppers if you want. Green peppers, yes, bell peppers. That's usually what the pepper is in the cheesesteak. Um, but there's different takes on it. Just like we have a cheese fry pizza in some places here, where they will use like mozzarella and the cheese whiz type stuff with the French fries on there. That's not bad, not bad. What's up, Joe? And then, yeah, oh yeah, well, you could get bacon. Well, if you want eggs on it, you could. But bacon on a cheesesteak is not bad. It's not bad. No, not many people talk about it, but it's not bad. I've had it. it was an option. One of the places I ordered from, I went, I never thought of that. Yeah, put some bacon on there. Why not? I mean, it's got my mouth watering just thinking about some of these things. Um, and then you all wonder why I'm out of breath in a lot of my videos. Between the food I eat and the beer I drink, corned beef hash, don't eat it. Don't like it. I put it right up there with scrapple. And if you don't know what scrapple is, you can look it up. It's spelled just like scrap pile without the I, scrapple. And because that's what it is. It's from the scrap pile. A lot of people like it here in Philly. It's also an Amish thing, apparently. My pop filter just does not want to stay up. There we go. But I don't like it. I think I liked it when I was a kid. No, spam is a different beast altogether. Scrapple is kind of like somewhat spicy, not really spicy. It's got a spice to it, not hot spice. I don't know how to explain that. Um, I don't think I would want to try pickle flavored Pop Tarts, um, because, well, I don't want to mix the bitterness of a pickle with the sweetness of a Pop Tart. And I know Kate's already thinking the song in her head about "Have you ever put butter on a Pop Tart?" Um, but I have taken pickles and dipped them in Breyer's vanilla ice cream, and it wasn't bad. Um, but I just don't think pickle flavored Pop Tarts would go well. I tried pickle flavored Jello shots at Stephanie's sister's house. I did not like them. There was just something off about them. The sporty spice, yeah. A lot of the other people that are here that aren't part of our little golf crew are like just watching this conversation, like, what the hell is going on here? Why aren't we talking about Tyler State Park? Why aren't we talking about the next location? But this happens often, which is fine. I enjoy all conversations. So if anybody wants to interject anything to do with the exploring and stuff like that and new places to go check out, please feel free to put your comments in there. I have to answer my goddess. Okay. We'll come back to the chat. Here we go. All right. Oh, I have to keep in mind where my camera is, because I don't know. My whole setup is different now. Ever since I lost my monitor, my second monitor, like I have my other monitor pushed into the middle, but now my microphone doesn't reach all the way. So I don't know. Anyway, let's get back to the chat. Jello is not gross. I like Jello. Jello. Um, I don't know why, because you brought it up, Nick. What was the temperature in the cellar? It was cool. It was definitely cooler than it was outside. But it was, well, I'm not going to say it wasn't too bad because I was sweating profusely at one point. Like this hat, when I took it off, when I sat on the bench, like you actually heard the slap as the hat hit the bench. It was that drenched. Um, so yeah, it was pretty hot out. But like, I didn't go all the way down into it. Obviously, as you saw, I went about halfway down. I didn't want to go any more because then it got a little more steep, and I didn't want to get stuck down there. And then have my coworker, well, my ex coworker from Neshaminy, who is now a ranger at Tyler, have to come rescue me because I'd never hear the end of it. Gonna go movies back on. What movie are you watching? Are you watching Predator? I got a feeling he's watching Predator. Um, has to be cool to maintain the zombies. Yeah, I mean they do have that gate on there, but for whatever reason the lock seems to be broken. It looks like a really old lock that they put on there. Like like that lock is older than me, kind of thing. That's old. But it was definitely very neat to see that. Um, have I tried pickle vodka yet? I have not, but there was a guy that just left the chats. This guy right here, this the Mark Joe shows. He did have some of it just recently. Yeah, it did look old, didn't it? It was crazy. But as to where I'm going to go next, well, I already said next week I'd be going up to the Poconos. Hopefully, between the car problems and still also waiting on getting verification from my sister and brother-in-law that it's okay. Um, Stephanie had just recently messaged me. She's like, I'm starting to get worried that we'll have nowhere to go and no way to get there. Said, I'm trying to have faith because we have to get there. I have to get away from here for a few days, just out of Philly, away from things and people, and just. I mean, no matter what, if we go or don't go, I'm still taking that week off from work. And then if we don't go anywhere, and then Stephanie winds up going to work, I'll just use that time to make a few videos. But I would really rather go away with Stephanie. Can I make a suggestion for your videos? I see that, Nick. I was in the middle of, and I was in thought process there, man. Don't worry. I always check my comments. There are some people, and I'm not saying it's anybody that's here, but there are some people who never check the comments on their videos, on their live feeds. So, anyway, as you were saying, Kate, what's up, Tony? Get some Butcher Bob's barbecue to try. Can't beat his meat. That sounds dirty. I'll be exploring a couple places next week as well. That's awesome. Take videos. Take videos, download a free editing software, and man, I'll tell you, you're going to get hooked. You're going to get hooked doing it, and it's awesome. Still waiting on Kate's idea. Oh, there we go. I would love to see the whole walks that you do. Not talking, just walking and viewing and having it sped up, perhaps with some relaxing music or just nature, no cuts. I I did that. I did that once or twice in my videos. I don't know. Maybe, maybe, maybe. It's their slogan. You can't beat his meat. He said beat his meat. What's going on, Tony, man? I was just saying, probably going to do another giveaway. Um, I'll say like the second or third week of September. Uh, and I'm going to hype it up more this time, which was my mistake for not doing that last time. Um, and we'll see if we can get more people in here, more participants. And if we can, then maybe we'll make it like anything on the merch site. So that would be cool. Butcher Bob, get our meat in your mouth. Our meat will melt in your mouth. Like mixing it up a bit. Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. Um, I know I've just gotten so used to editing out the portions where I don't talk. I mean, I put some in here and there, but for the most part, I take them out to try to keep the videos as short as possible because for some reason the really long form I don't get it. Well, I can understand it because I do watch a lot of YouTube videos. I don't get as much watch retention as I do in the videos that are like 17 to 25 minutes long at most. So I try to keep it in there for the time being, anyway. Um, Tom's World cork hats, getting rid of yellow jackets from your face. I could have used it the other day. I'll tell you that. That that MFer. Oh my God. I was having flashbacks to earlier in the week when I got stung by one, because what happened as to why I got stung is I was over at Benjamin Rush, and me and a coworker were over there. We were clearing out the concrete part of the drainage system, the culverts, um, because the boss was coming by with the Batwing, as it's called, which is just like a big mower that you put on the back of a tractor, and the sides like go up. Um, and he was going to be clearing all the weeds out of there, but he wanted us to take care of those places first. Well, apparently, I found a ground wasp nest, and I felt like I got burned by something. And I looked down, and I see him on there, so I just dropped my weed whacker. It was still running, and then I bolted out of there. And then when I looked down, I had like 5 or 6 of them all over my pants. Thankfully, all the other ones weren't. They weren't contacting the skin. They were just stinging my pants. The one that stung me, I flicked them off, and then eventually the other ones got bored and went away. I was a little concerned because I was told I was allergic to stings, and I haven't been stung in quite a long time. So, but it was okay. It puffed up a little bit. It felt like cardboard. It itched for a few days. It's still a little puffy, but so when that one came across me yesterday, as I was over there at Tyler, like I'm holding my gimbal and I see him flying around the gimbal and then going around my arm and then came across here and then went up here and buzzed in my ear and then around the back of my head, and then it landed on the back of my hair, and I know it did because I felt it because my hair was soaked from sweat. And then I take my hat off and I'm waving it around, and I know that's the last thing you should do, but like I was panicking during that filming, as you heard. But finally he left me alone, thankfully. So anyway, now that I did that rant, let me get back to the comments. Cool. I definitely will let you know, Tony. Um, Jeep Girl says, I'm going to see if I can squeeze in seeing the Statue of Liberty in the Susquehanna River. Oh, the little Statue of Liberty. Yeah. No, I didn't yell bees. Bees! Because they're wasps. And then Robert said while he was watching it, that's what he said. See, I commented on your video from Tyler. I can do the wildflower project before the first frost with local indigenous seed. You would have to get in touch with. I don't even know who the park manager is over there. But if you wanted to do that, and I think all you would have to do is probably become a volunteer. Same thing like what I did over at Neshaminy before I started working for them. I became a volunteer to help beautify that garden and then dig it back up and everything, along with the other volunteers. And and it wasn't an arduous process. It only took a matter of like a week after I submitted my information. They do like a really light background check, and then they get back to you and let you know you're okay. Um, and as long I know that the rule in the parks is that anything that's planted has to be native and non-invasive. So you got to keep that in mind as well. But but yeah, otherwise, I'd say contact the Tyler State Park office, and they'll direct you to the person you need to talk to. But that would be great. Anything that helps preserve nature is a good thing. It's a commendable thing in my eyes. Absolutely. Homeless already dumped trash. Kelly Newhouse already gave me the go ahead. Oh, is that the name of the park manager over there? Okay, cool. Chances are I may or may not have met her. Um, I don't know. I've met a lot of people that work for the park systems, and it's hard to keep track of everybody. I don't know that they'd be native. I mean, there are things that grow in the park that are not native. There are some roses up by the office in the Chamonix. There are hostas in the garden, as you all saw. And hostas, I think they're a tropical plant, like Hawaii or something like that. But they're growing in random places in the garden, especially in the center where the mound is. Um, but they were already there. It's not like they were planted there by us. The hostas in the middle, in that mound, none of them were growing through when I first went there. It was like a mound of weeds, and some of the other volunteers, got down on their hands and knees and pulled out all the weeds by hand. And then when they did that season, we started seeing them sprout up. And they're like, I think they're hostas. I'm like, no way. They would have been growing through. No, the weeds were just choking them out. And once they got rid of the weeds, roots and all, then they just started popping up. And they popped up in the weirdest places in the garden too, like strange. They transplanted some of them from one part to another, but technically they were already there, so that's okay. Don't forget the weed seeds. Hey man, we're just gonna plant it. Hey, look, these are native, man. Oh man, what a long day it was, though. I've been watching the progress of my video, which, let's see what we're at currently. I haven't refreshed this in a while. We are at 465 views, which is not bad at all. Um, and I am now up to 2,328 subscribers, which means you are all awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome people. I really appreciate all the support. I can never say that enough. I know I say it a lot, but I can never say it enough. Let's see. And I don't mean the normal weeds and stuff. That's right. That's what you got to do. I know, man. Birds will transport the plants as well. Yeah, birds and deer actually, which is see all along the Delaware River, anywhere where there's a wooded area where deer might be, you will see like daffodils growing, just random, and from what I was told, it's from the deer. They eat what the seeds and stuff, and they go somewhere and they poop and got some. Not dandelions. Did I say daffodils? Yeah, I said daffodils. Daffodils. There's some in the garden that come around every year, but they don't last long. It's just in the beginning of the spring, and then they're just gone. Let's see, someone keeps ringing that bell. Yeah, I hear it. I'm thinking Dutch clover, aster, and blue violet. That's cool. Yeah, clover is the different types of clover are good. They can be a little invasive, but it's not like a bad invasive. They don't choke out other plants, so that's a good thing. Should retitle the video, "Did they keep pickles down there? Finding an original root cellar." That would be funny. Although you wouldn't grow cucumbers in a cellar. That would be more for like potatoes and stuff like that. Chris says, "Well, Tom." What's up, Jim? How are you, man? So, in the process of doing the research of this, I did accumulate a new friend on Facebook, Mike Cipher. He did some videos where he went down into the root cellar when there was still like a big mound of dirt in there, so you could only see like half of the entrance. And he went down in there and checked it out. His YouTube channel is called Bucks County Places. So if you want to check that out, throw him a subscribe would be awesome. He goes around to a lot of different places, and his videos are pretty cool. His name's not Morty, no. That's good, Jim. Glad to hear that. Sorry, I had to low-key burp there and try not to have it sound loud. My burps can tend to be a little loud, but I usually don't let that happen on this live feed. But the beers will do that, I haven't had many today. These are the first couple that I've had. This is the first one I've had. I still have another one over here unopened, um, but that will probably be for after the live feed. Um, well, I'm not drunk, so you can't get drunk burps if you're not drunk. It could have been a mushroom cellar. That's a very good point. I butt scooped into hell, the dark pits of a root cellar. I did butt scoop. I had dirt all up and down the back of my pants, but I didn't care. I didn't care one bit. I brushed it off when I got out best I could. You know, I will say though that like a lot of the people that were there around the boathouse where they launched the kayaks and the paddle boats and stuff like that. Well, first off, I didn't see many people in kayaks and paddle boats, but um, was a lot of different languages being spoken around there. I could identify some of them. You know, of course, when I hear Spanish or a type of Spanish, I can identify that, and Russian a little bit or some derivative of Russian. But then there were some that I could not place. I mean, everybody was super nice. You know, even if they didn't speak English, or some of them spoke broken English, some of them didn't speak any. But they were still nice. You know, we nodded at each other as we went by and everything. So there wasn't a mean person I came across in there. Um, and for the people that were on the video, a couple of them did kind of side eye a little bit, but they didn't say anything. So, not that they can. I mean, it's a public place. If you're out in a public place, then it's open game for people that are filming. But butt scootin' boogie. Wubba lubba lub dub. That should have been the title for one of my videos. Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe I would have gotten sued. Copyright infringement or something. Those holes under the bridge are too small for the kayaks to go through. I agree. I agree. Um, so if they were to go, yeah, and that doesn't make sense because the concrete launch that I saw on the side of the bridge, and it goes under and comes up on the other side, and it's all connected. It's just from there to the falls that you'd be able to kayak. But I saw people kayaking on the other side. Not that you couldn't just go down the little concrete/rock thing that they have and set the kayak in there and get in that way. But and I did see people kayaking on that side. I don't know if I cut that out of the video or not, but there was somebody kayaking as I was walking up to it. I could see them through the trees, but my air conditioner keeps making clicking sounds, and I don't get it. I don't know if that's coming through on the microphone. It's just random, and it's not putting out a whole lot of cool air right now. Like when I put my hand in front of it, it feels cool, and I have a fan in front of it blowing it at me because it's a small air conditioner, but it's just not working. Can you go in the cornfields there? I'd love to see a video of the camera in your face as you run through a cornfield maze. Well, they don't have mazes. I mean, it's literally just a big fields of corn. I mean, huge, huge fields. You only saw the guy in the red shirt. Okay, yeah, it was before I got to the to that boathouse area. As I was going along, like as I was walking, the hill started getting longer and steeper going down to the creek. And I'll admit something. Speaking of the word creek, I had to redo one of the clips because the word crick spilled out of my mouth, and I blame you all, all you Philly people, because it was in my head, I guess. But yeah, I saw somebody kayaking. I couldn't really see them in the camera, but I could see them with my own eyes. Um, Nighttime corn run. I'll get all kinds of ticks on me if I did that. uh, but not a Tom's World dinghy. Tell Ricky at Laserplex Studios to get into vinyl. There you go. We'll get a Tom's World dinghy and we'll put it out on the Delaware somewhere. Um, no, the filter in the air conditioner is fine. I pulled it out. It's completely clean. So I keep leaning to this side because I'm used to doing that. Because I'm used to having the full screen. Um, I don't know if I can. Oh, I can. There we go. Well, now you can see my microphone and everything. But I'm still leaning more to one side. All right, we'll bring back the chat. There we go. Man, things are popping off over on Facebook. I keep hearing ding, 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 ding. Know what's going on. It's conversations about Steam, which is what we play golf on. We need to find more games to play on Steam. More competitive games and stuff like that. Not necessarily like golf or something like that. It could be a fighting game or something. There is the one game that Chris mentioned. Uh, um, the name of it escapes me right now, but Multiverses. That was it. But there's other ones that are like more cute. Like there's I don't know. There's a couple other ones that I could come up with, and I could show you guys. I don't know about Left 4 Dead, Nick. We could try. Yeah, another thought I had is we could get like we could go back, get some retro. Go back to like 2010, and we could all download Black Ops 2 and just play in that. That could be fun. Among Us looks okay. I haven't ever played it, but I watched a lot of videos of people playing. The app is free. Hmm. I'll have to check it out. Plasmophobia seems kind of complicated, although I've watched that. Yeah, Black Ops 2. That was a big game, and that was actually the first game that I had on my Xbox. I guess that was a 360. Um, and me and Tommy used to play that. It was fun. Pinball Deluxe, that would be cool. But yeah, all right. We'll get back to that. That almost sounded like Rick. You know what? We'll get back to it. No, we'll get back to exploring and stuff like that. So again, as always, if anybody has any suggestions, new places for me to check out that aren't going into bad neighborhoods and stuff like that, obviously, because um, you can always message me on my Facebook for This Is Tom's World. Link for that is always in the description. Excuse me. Allergies. Um, and you can also message on one of the videos, like in the comments or whatever. People do that as well. And that beer's done. Um, and yeah, I mean, I'm always looking for new places to check out. Well, we do. I don't know if you'd want your kids to play Minecraft with us. I mean, I try my best when we play to keep it PG because usually we are streaming on Tommy's channel, and I know he doesn't particularly care for the cursing, but some of the humor is a little bit more adult related, even if there isn't cursing going on. But yeah, we try to be good neighbors. But yeah, it's fun. I watched Tommy play Minecraft like what 15 years ago or whatever, or however long it was when it came out. Um, he would come over here and I'd watch him for hours, like building stuff and doing all this and exploring. I'm like, man, I don't think I'd ever be able to get a hold of this. I mean, it's simple, but like using the controller and everything like that, the way he was. And now I do it on here, which is even harder because like when you're playing Minecraft on a computer, it's the WASD keys that move you like forward, backwards, left, and right, and then you got to use your mouse to look around to guide, as you're walking. It's and then you got other buttons. You got E for inventory. You got Q to throw out like something for somebody to grab, and like I mean, a lot of different things. The space bar to jump. But I think I've gotten it down pretty well, and that will help me with other games moving forward because that's how a lot of them. I mean, some of them you can use a controller or you could use the keyboard. And Minecraft is one of those games, but I tried using the controller for like 2 seconds. I said, nope, back to the keyboard. it's it's too tough with the controller. Um, yeah, well, some people die more than others in that, Nick, in game. Just saying. But I mean, there's plenty of other games we could play. There's a lot of free games on Steam that could be competitive games. We could try them out. And yes, I started the next beer, but I'm not going to be here much longer because I am almost at the hour mark. And I still do have to take out the trash because it's trash night. And I think I still got to clean up dinner too. Unless Dad did it. I doubt. Conversations are still going on over on the Facebook. The spider web t-shirt. I still want to do that. I tried messing around with some different designs. I mean, if somebody wants to do the artwork, uh, especially if they can draw and make like a cartoon version of me walking into a spider web or something with the Tom's World hat logo and all that, that would be great. What's up, Buff? How are you, brother? You found one in Levittown. Oh yeah, you'll have to send me some details about that. That's really cool. I like old trees. Yeah, the homeschool is almost gone. I did have somebody that was working there, but apparently she wasn't able to get any clearance for me to get in there before they started the demolition. So it sucks. Would have been a nice video. Oh, people are adding other people on Steam. Cool. I will have to catch up on that once I'm done the stream here, which will be momentarily. Got some concepts for me? Hey, man, send them along. Send them along. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. And I will put this out there for anybody that wants to send any of these to me. I'm going to give you my email address. Make sure it's right. Yep. There it is. So you can always send that to me. Just, put in put the subject in there, like concepts for your channel or something like that. Something so it stands out. Cool. I can't wait to see them, man. That'd be cool. Wow, the comments. Since I've been looking at the comments over here, I've been ignoring the ones over here. I got really behind on that. There we go. It's really big, Buff. That's cool. Yeah, the old ones can get pretty big. There's some old ones in Neshaminy State Park. I'd wager trees that some of them like have just been there for 100 years, more, a couple 100 years. You never know. I mean, there is one that's really, really wide that I came across. It's at the bottom of a set of stairs that's in the in the wooded area near the river, like when you're doing the river walk. There's some steps that the maintenance guys have made in previous years, and at the bottom of it on the left, there's like this huge tree. Yeah. Hey Nick, I was biting my tongue to not say that's what she said. You know it. You know it. You know it. But yeah, Michael, I'll look at them as soon as I get done with the trash and stuff like that, which is going to be in a couple minutes. So anyway, thank you all for hanging out with me. I'm gonna wrap this up so that I can do what I got to do here at the end, and then I can take care of the things I got to take care of, and find out what's going on to see if we are playing golf tonight. Not sure if we are, if or where it's going to be broadcast. It could be. It depends on who's running it. I don't know if Joe is going to be around to do it. It may not be broadcast. Uh, how does a FOG save the above? What? Huh? What's up, Michael Rambo? You saw the video? That's cool, man. Yeah, we were just getting ready to wrap this up. As you know, I usually start between 7 and 7:30. Tonight, I started at 7:15 ish. Might have been 7:16, something like that. Um, wow, that tends to happen sometimes, Robert. It happens to all of us. But anyway, oh, the contact info. You can just write it down. It's my. I mean, obviously, my name's Tom Nally, Nally. So it's T Nally. 75 is the year I was born. 75. The rest is just at gmail.com. So you can write it down, and then you can always shoot me an email with anything you need to. I may not always see my emails because sometimes I don't get notifications on my phone about the email. It's been that way since I had this phone, this one that I have now. And it's nothing to do with the settings. It just sometimes it decides not to give me notifications for some reason on Gmail. It's traveling between the Humeville Inn and home. Cool. Be careful traveling, man. Don't be typing and driving. But yeah, so it's tnally75 at gmail.com. But I'm going to get out of here. Thank you all for hanging out with me. And I hope you all have a great rest of your night and a restful night's sleep. We all have work in the morning. So, well, maybe not in the morning, but, not everybody works. But still, for those of us that do, hopefully we have a good night's sleep and we feel rested when we wake up and we have a great day. And I'm glad you had an Uber, Michael. Good thinking. But all right, I will see you all later. Make sure you stay safe, stay healthy, and take care. And I'll talk to you all later.